Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a seriously fascinating journey back in time. We're going to deconstruct a massive piece of gaming history and look at exactly how a primitive, top-down game from 1997 laid the absolute blueprint for the highest-grossing media franchise in entertainment history. We're talking, of course, about the one and only original Grand Theft Auto.
Think about what usually comes to mind when you hear the words Grand Theft Auto today. I mean, we expect sweeping cinematic cutscenes, right? Incredible high-budget voice acting, deeply flawed characters, massive emotional betrayals, the whole shebang. But what if I told you that one of the biggest franchises in history started with literally none of that? In fact, you couldn't even see your character's face. There were zero emotional narrative arcs. Instead, players were handed an experience built entirely on pure chaos, crime, and absolute freedom.
To really wrap our heads around this, we have to jump all the way back to November 1997. The studio DMA Design, a team you might know better by their later name, Rockstar North, dropped players into a highly dangerous world. No sprawling backstory, just one simple instruction: earn enough money by any means necessary. And despite that incredibly simple presentation, this raw idea of absolute freedom spread like wildfire and went on to change the gaming industry forever.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Pure chaos and freedom. 2. A faceless, voiceless protagonist. 3. Birth of legendary cities. 4. The criminal gameplay loop. And 5. The ultimate legacy. All right, Section 1. Pure chaos and freedom. Stripping away the narrative.
Moving right along to Section 2. A faceless, voiceless protagonist. You are the criminal. So, unlike the immersive 3D games of today, the original GTA used a stark, top-down view. By stripping away long conversations and cinematic fluff, you were left with pure, unadulterated mayhem. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive contrast. You know, modern heroes like Tommy Vercetti, CJ, or Nico Bellic, they're defined by these deep speaking roles, intense personal motivations, and huge story arcs. But the 1997 protagonist? Completely unnamed and completely voiceless. You are literally just a criminal doing whatever it takes to get rich. I mean, sure, you can pick a name on the menu, but it does absolutely nothing. There are zero personal hangups getting in the way of your gameplay. Your actions are the entire story.
Section 3. Birth of legendary cities. The original map.
While the graphics were super basic back then, the world building was anything but. 1997 was the dawn of a 3-decade-long universe. Let's look at this original trio of locations. First up, Liberty City. It was heavily inspired by New York City, crowded, dangerous, and just absolutely packed with rival gangs. Second, San Andreas. And here's a fun bit of trivia for you. In 1997, San Andreas wasn't a massive state like we know it today. It was actually a single city inspired by San Francisco. Finally, we've got Vice City, which masked this incredibly deep criminal underworld right beneath its sunny Miami-inspired streets. Now, obviously, they were much smaller back then, but these specific locations served as the ultimate testing ground that laid the absolute foundation for a universe Rockstar would revisit and expand on forever.
Section 4. The criminal gameplay loop. Profit over everything.
So, how did the game actually work within those cities? Well, you don't follow a storyline. Instead, the game was driven entirely by taking jobs from mysterious criminal organizations. The motivation wasn't saving the world, it was getting paid. The structure operates on this wonderfully chaotic procedural loop, and it goes exactly like this. Step 1. Answer a ringing public telephone scattered somewhere across the city. Step 2. Commit the crime. This could be stealing luxury cars, assassinating a target, or transporting criminals. Step 3. Earn the cash. You see, your progression isn't measured by building respect or forging deep friendships. It is measured entirely, 100%, by hitting your financial targets to unlock the next city.
Now, what's really interesting here is how the game scales difficulty based on your success in a pure risk versus reward system. Notice the dynamic. When your cash is low, the threat is pretty minimal, and gangs are mostly neutral. But as you hit those high cash targets, the danger spikes exponentially. Suddenly, you're transporting actual explosives while police swarm you from literally every direction. And those neutral gangs? Yeah, they turn into deadly rivals. Bigger risks directly equal bigger rewards. And because of that dynamic, the game's core philosophy shines right through. Money is everything. Loyalty means very little. You work with multiple mysterious crime syndicates, and they honestly couldn't care less who you are. As long as you complete the jobs, you get paid.
And the total lack of lengthy dialogue actually creates this really mysterious atmosphere. One second you're stealing cars, the next you're eliminating gang members, and you never truly know who you're working for or why they want these crimes committed. You're just doing whatever it takes to survive.
Section 5. The Ultimate Legacy. Transforming Open World Gaming.
Now, the vital thing to understand here is that the structured missions, they weren't actually the most revolutionary part of the game. The real revolution was the sheer level of player choice. I mean, in 1997, giving a player this kind of agency was practically unheard of. You could literally just ignore the missions completely. You could steal any car, drive anywhere you wanted, pick fights with civilians, or just spend hours causing massive traffic accidents trying to escape the police. And completing the game just meant conquering cities by hitting a cash target. No dramatic final speech, no emotional finale, just you, your choices, and the city. So the crucial point really boils down to this defining philosophy: freedom first, story second. Even though those top-down graphics look totally primitive to us now, this exact design philosophy became the immovable foundation for every single future game in the franchise. This is what birthed the wanted level system, the core vehicle theft mechanics, and that unmatched joy of open-world exploration that we still see in everything from GTA 3 all the way up to GTA 6. The story was simple for sure, but the legacy, absolutely massive. Which leaves us with this final burning thought. Without 1997's simple chaos, without that stripped-down, top-down map where loyalty meant absolutely nothing and money meant everything, would the massive, intricately detailed open worlds of modern gaming even exist today? It really makes you appreciate where things started, doesn't it? Next time, we're going to travel to 1969 London to explore the first-ever GTA expansion, taking players across the Atlantic into the world of British gangsters. I hope you enjoyed this explainer. Keep exploring, and I'll catch you on the next one.